Hello, everybody, and welcome to Not Your Echo Chamber Podcast. I have no idea which episode this is because I did not check, but I'm assuming it's episode 16. And because it is episode 16, we're doing a special episode, the No Matthew Ghetto episode, to celebrate 16 episodes. I'm just kidding now. But twice in a row, Matthew's not here. It's just me, your host, Christopher Walgast, and my co-host here, Jeremiah.
Hello.
And we just actually did something really cool that we're going to upload to our YouTube channel. I gave Jeremiah his birthday present. It's not going to be coming out today, Monday. It's going to be coming out probably sometime later this week. Hopefully, let's say Wednesday or... Actually, I should make it come out on Saturday.
Maybe.
Because I realized... Okay, so this is an aside, but our YouTube channel has been popping off. I've been, Twitter adverse and Instagram adverse because they're so unfriendly towards creators. But I've been doing stuff on our YouTube channel, and it's been going crazy. I've had... as of, 10 minutes ago, we've had 3 videos get over 1,000 views.
So crazy.
And they're all this week videos. Somehow the algorithm is latching onto our videos now. Maybe it's just because it's the weekend, but yeah, they're just finally latching onto it and giving us views on these videos. So yeah, we have David's video is 1.3 thousand. We have... Who else was it? It was Jeremy. Shout out Jeremy. His opinion of the gorilla fight. His got 1.8 thousand views, and just now Joey's about the gorilla got just over 1,000. I haven't checked. I can check later in the episode maybe to see how far it's gotten. I don't have good signal down here, and also I'm in airplane mode because we just videoed Jeremiah unwrapping his present.
Oh yeah.
So we have a not great episode planned for you today. This is the latest we've ever recorded during the week. This episode is going to come out in less than 12 hours from when we're recording this. Yeah, so gotta be ready. Yeah, gotta be hyped up.
Gotta go.
Yeah, so this podcast, we talk about our opinions. You don't have to like it. We can find us on Twitter at NotYourEchoChamberPod, though I've said Twitter is very unfriendly, so I'm gonna try to do Twitter again.
Just post. You can actually it's an option on Spotify for podcasters to just share, and it'll just automatically take you to Twitter if you click on it.
Yeah.
And so you can just kind of shout out that our podcast is out every time one drops. Yeah,
I do want to do that. Yeah, I want to do stuff during the week of and also repost videos and stuff, but it's hard to all do from the phone and Twitter. Twitter is you can do Twitter on PC, but the thing is you can't do Instagram on PC. Instagram just is. It's you can only do it on the phone, and so all the features are limited to whatever your thumbs can move, whichever way your thumb swipes. So, trying to get Instagram on the computer, can't do that. So you just have to all do it on the phone, which is not great for creators who actually like content and building out their platform. Anyways, I'm going through this. Like I mentioned, our YouTube channel is doing great. We've got shorts. We're gonna have a short every day. I actually on the 8th, I believe it was. Starting the 8th, we had one short coming out every day. Before then, we'd have one coming out every other day. They're clips from the show and also from what people said their opinions of the gorilla thing was. And I'm starting... Oh! Weekly updates. We were going to skip weekly updates, but I just thought of something. I'll save that for later. But anyways, we're definitely comment, review, and vote in our Spotify polls. We have not had one recently, so... We haven't had one of those, but...
We're about to have one.
We are about to have one, but right now we're having our worst Spotify numbers ever. Our Spotify has never been doing worse, and our YouTube has never been doing better. Our content... whenever one starts doing better, platform over the other, I'm I just want to focus on that one, but I know can't give up the fight.
We just gotta keep... honestly, it's just... That's the ebbs and flows of the internet. I'm sure it'll come back. The people will love us again. Maybe...
I hope they do because, anyways, I keep trying to say what my weekly update is. Anyway, there's going to be something coming up in my life that I'm going to mention in my weekly update that is going to probably change the way we create content. It may not take over all my life, but I assume it will take over most of it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You ready to get into our weekly updates?
Yeah.
You're not doom scrolling?
Sorry, I'm just
on behalf of Matthew.
Yes, somebody had to do it. I was willing to step up. Thunderbolts is coming out. I'm going to go see that on Tuesday. So
Ooh.
We'll have that review coming out next week.
All right, sweet. All right, let's do weekly updates then.
Yep.
My weekly update is that I'm starting a college class in 2 days. So when this comes out, it'll be starting tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing English Composition 1 through Maranatha Baptist University. Stalkers, come and kill me. If you want. Probably not. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that. And it's weird because whenever somebody else mentions that I'm going to do college, I get a plump in my stomach plummets. But whenever I think of doing college of my own volition, I always get like a happy feelings. So it's weird when other people talk about it, I'm like, oh. When I think about it, I'm like, yes.
Yes, my weekly update. I will be ending my college classes in 2 days.
Nice.
My college. This is the last week of college, so pray for me. Really hard as I work really hard on the last days of college.
Okay, Kip. Guys, it's serious. How does he?
Don't be jealous that I'm talking with babes.
That's it. That's the voice, Kip. Kip. What a great show. What a great
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh,
so good.
Weekly update doesn't have to last forever, but sometimes we feel like it does. So
yes. So let's
move on.
Moving swiftly on.
All right. I have a great idea. So, for this next segment, pull out your phone, and we are going to scroll the news. I saw you were scrolling the news.
Let's do it. The only problem is sometimes this news is flawed and fake.
Right, so let's scroll the news. This segment is called News, and we're just going to look at the news, and we're going to look at articles on the Google feed. So the first one we're looking at, what is this?
The thoroughbred horses that have won the Triple Crown.
All right.
We're just going to kind of shout out our boys. Sir Barton in 1919.
Sir Barton. Man, Sir Barton. His last name was Durr, but they had to take it out because it was during, the time when they were Prohibition. So they're like, you can't have bartenders.
Gallant Fox in 1930. What do you know about Gallant Fox?
I know that my hybrid car could only take 8 of them at a time. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a stretch.
Just kind of tell some things some facts about these horses.
Okay, so for the Gallant Fox was a shorter horse. It was one of those toy horses.
Okay.
So it was like it was smaller, but it was still powerful enough to ride, and it had a big bushy tail.
Okay.
And so it was known for being able to consume a lot of water.
Okay.
So it could drink a lot of water and then run really fast, so they call it the Gallon Fox.
Oh, okay. 1935, Omaha. What can you tell me about that?
Omaha. Well, I know that right after this horse won, he immediately dropped dead, and so they just turned him into like jerky and ate him, and that's where Omaha Steaks came from.
Steaks.
Yes.
Okay, I see. From 1935, they're still eating him.
Yes, yeah, totally. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
1937, War Admiral.
Okay, so this horse belonged to whoever was the president at the time. I don't know. Whoever was the president. Anyway, he belonged to him, and he rode him gallantly into battle, and he was shot 5 times, but survived, lived on to be in that race.
Oh, wow. Whirl Away in 1941.
Whirl Away. Okay, so the interesting thing about this one is this horse had a signature move where whenever it got tripped, its feet would fly right over its head, and it would do like this crazy like hero flip, but in reverse, and it would just just rocket down the path and like barrel down like 3 different horses in front of it.
Okay.
And that was how it won.
Okay.
So they called it Whirl Away.
1943, Count Fleet.
Count Fleet? Okay, so there was staged after like a dispute between farmers. They placed bets on who would win in a fight, whether the Royal Navy of England or a horse would win.
Okay.
And because the horse ended up winning the race, because boats don't go very fast on land.
Okay.
They named it Great Fleet.
No, Count Fleet.
Count Fleet? Oh, Count Fleet. That's right. Because after that, the horse went into IT.
Okay.
IT, and then it trained up a bunch of little horses that went out and made like retail stores that sold like farming supplies.
Okay.
So they called him Farm and Fleet. Named him after him.
Oh, that's actually.
I don't even know what this stupid segment is.
That's really true. I think we've segmented into talking about the Kentucky Derby. So.
Oh, sweet.
1946, Assault.
Assault. That pretty much they just named it because it epitomized the decade.
Okay. Does it have anything to do with Omaha?
Yes. Because Assault preserved Omaha Steaks.
Okay. I see. So what did they do in the What did they do in the 11 years between Omaha and assault to keep him kind of preserved until the salt came?
They turned him into jerky. They like dried him out and like wrung him out and like put him up in a they kept him in like a air conditioned room or something.
Oh, okay. 1948 Citation.
Citation. Okay, so this was a horse that was running so fast that he kept getting tickets. So they're like, you know what, this horse would do great if it went into a race.
Oh, I see.
So they entered into the race and it won, but he still got a ticket for going too fast.
Now, this horse I think is really famous, but I think a lot of people maybe don't know the backstory behind it. In 1973, Secretariat won. What can you tell me about Secretariat?
Okay, so Secretariat was a horse that was like living in like in the ghetto and like not doing very well. Worked for like a big company but got a terrible salary, like making phone calls and typing on a typewriter, you know, like the great big
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Yeah, and then one day the horse, it realized that their true calling was to run races. So then they took advice from the other horse that I mentioned that was in IT, and they're like, man, I really want to emulate that horse. And so they decided, what do I combine my profession with that other horse's profession? And so they made Secretary IT, which eventually became Secretariat.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Did they work when they were working? Did they work close with Receptionist yet?
What?
I don't know. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. Because it was Secretariat. Did they work with Receptionariat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Receptionariat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't land the first time. I'm sorry, guys.
I was looking at your phone. All right. Let's go look at different.
But okay, we've only got 4 left.
All right.
1977 Seattle Slew. Just make these real quick.
Seattle Slew. Seattle. He's from Seattle. I don't know.
Doesn't it have to do with cabbage?
Cabbage? Okay, yeah. So he was a cabbage farmer in Seattle.
Yeah. And he liked to combine his cabbage with like a little mayo.
Yeah.
He made that Seattle Slew. Anyway, 1978 Affirmed won.
Affirmed?
Wasn't this the one where the win was contested? And there was between 2 horses, and the one that won, because he was confirmed, they affirmed.
It was affirmed. No, it was social justice warrior horse who was biologically male but identified as female, and so they called it what was it?
Affirmed.
Affirm. Oh yeah, they affirmed his gender. And
okay.
He went on to win the female horses race by identifying as a female horse.
Oh, I bet Trump doesn't like that.
No,
horse.
He didn't. Bad horse. Probably the lamest horse I've ever seen.
Can you tell me about American Pharaoh, who won in 2015?
Pharaoh. Yeah, so this is he was the leader of a cult that was trying to bring back what do you call that? The
slavery?
Dynasties. Yeah, slavery. That's it. That's the word. Yeah, he's trying to bring back horse subjugation in America because his horses were starting to take over, and he wanted to bring them in subjugation. And he was like the lady from Australia who thought she could breakdance. He wasn't actually good at racing, but they entered it in. But because he was such a powerful political leader, the other horses just ceded the race to him. Ceded the race to him.
Okay, and the last one, in 2018, Justify won. What can you tell me about
that's
him?
the horse that Jesus rides on, and because he was the last one, that's when Jesus came back.
So you're
riding on Justify.
Okay.
To establish his kingdom through his chosen leader, Donald Trump.
Oh, okay.
Because that's when he was in office.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. And this is totally scriptural.
Yes, because in Revelation 23:9 says, "And the orange man shall prepare the way for you, O Lord," or something like that.
All right, you're gonna need to throw some money in the heresy jar.
All right, let's see. What other stories
scroll until you find one that you want to watch.
All right,
We've got something
here.
about Star Wars.
Andor Season 2's missing episodes explained. Oh, I heard about this. I heard that they cut. They made the K2SO story shorter. They had more, and then they cut it out. That's kind of sad. Lord of the Rings film gets official release date. What? A new Lord of the Rings film?
You can't always trust screen crash.
I know, yeah. It's probably not true. The world's first eVTOL race proves that we are truly living in the future.
That would be electrical vertical takeoff and landing.
Oh, really? I had no idea what that meant. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Lego creator unveils a new 3-in-1 monster-filled haunted house set.
I don't care.
It looks like the old one. You remember they had an older one that it was way bigger and creepier though.
Smaller. This one's smaller than that old one.
Easter strength sale. Professional Buffalo Smith machine package for home gyms.
Don't worry about it. Me and Sauce were definitely not looking at those.
Definitely not looking about working out.
Nope, definitely not. Whoa, look at that disrespect. Patty Mahomes won't even look Jalen Hurts in the eyes when he's shaking his fingers.
It says 2025 NFL schedule release. 10 must-see matchups this season, including Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl LIX rematch.
Wait, how does that happen? How do they don't play cross? This is where we need Matthew. Don't they? They don't play cross conference, do they? Those guys are in two different conferences.
They probably just expect both of them to have that happen again.
Oh, it's just gonna happen again because they're so powerful and everyone hates them. So everybody will just rage watch the Super Bowl.
Cat memes. 10 strongest new Avengers villains ranked by power level. Nah. Now that Star Wars Day is over, Amazon clears the iconic Lego Millennium Falcon at a record low price. Probably not true. Kermit the Frog receives a proclamation from the state of California. What? This has got to be like the most clickbait thing of all time. It's from the Muppets YouTube. That's weird. Wow.
Well, we should learn about Kermit, and then we should move on to the next segment.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to do thousands pre-order the world's first commercially available flying car? Oh, I saw this. Anyways, this has been Doom Scrolling with the boys. Thank you for joining this completely random segment that I just made up.
I liked the part where I think we should talk about the hats that people wear at the Kentucky Derby.
It's a meme, I guess. People do it. I don't do it.
People wear hats. I've never been to the Kentucky Derby.
You've never worn a hat?
I've watched it. Yes, I've never worn a hat. Currently, I am never wearing a hat.
You're currently never wearing a hat?
Yes. I've never worn. Anyway, this segment is
dumb. I don't even know what happened there. Okay.
I like the part where we talked about the horses. We sounded smart.
We did, yes. Horses. Horse talk. Good horse talk. Anyway, let's move on to media review. I watched the episode 2 of season 2 of Andor, and it's not looking up. So I'm just gonna go over this real brief because I'm sure people don't want to listen to me talk about Andor, though I could for a while. Like, the first season, great. Second season, not gearing up to be as great. But I did hear that episode 8 was the most like highly rated show on television of like all time, or up there or something.
Is episode 8 even out? I thought
it
were
is.
Up to 6.
They released the next slew of 3 last Tuesday.
Which, can we talk about that? What is up with that? 3 is such a weird number.
Because you know what happens? Each 3 episodes is the span of 1 year.
Oh.
And it's trying to, because it's the first season of Andor was 5 years, 5 BBY.
Okay.
5 years before the Battle of Yavin, and so then each section of 3 is supposed to be like a mini series, and so 1, 2, 3 is a series. 4, 5, 6 is a series. That's why they're releasing them 3 at a time.
Oh,
which
that's
is not
weird.
Which is very weird, and like, it feels like they're just trying to make filler. And anyway, I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna quickly run down my top 4 most annoying things, not in order of significance of that this show's turning out to be. Number 1, everyone's British. So, we talk a lot about racism being like prejudice against someone of a different race. Well, while that is necessarily true, racism can also be defined as taking one characteristic of one race and applying it to all races and forcing everybody to that. Well, guess what? Andor season 2 is racist because everyone, the posh politicians, the imperial dudes, and like the people on the planet from the sticks, they all have British accents. Like they all, like there's a whole planet of, you know how Star Wars is like, it's an entire planet of snow, it's an entire desert planet. Well, there's an entire grain planet in this one, which is what I assume it is, and it's like everyone speaks in the British accent. They all have a British accent. And it's just because, and I know why. It's because in Hollywood you use that accent to sound smarter. They've been doing it since the 50s or whatever. That's or whenever, I guess 30s, whenever Hollywood started. Anyway, this is supposed to be a quick rundown. Anyway, everyone's British. Number 2, this is something that bad shows can easily fall into. They say, somebody says a line that's supposed to be like a mic drop or like oh man, I just said a really cool line, and then they like turn away. Like you say like, yes, so and so, such and such, and then they turn away. I'm like, that's supposed to be like this, leave you this cool feeling or something. But it's like, it happened 3 times in an episode, and I pointed out to Dad before it happened. After it happened a couple times, I pointed out to Dad, and then it happened a 3rd time, and I was dying inside. Anyway, number 3, everyone is hitting on everyone. What? Number 4, lots of scenes of wheat. They just love since there's a planet, it's all wheat. They just love to do like, now there's a scene of wheat, and like a 3-second scene of wheat. Anyway, there's like, so I came to Andor for my gritty Star Wars, and I got scenes of wheat. Okay, that's grain.
It's like
the fields of glorious grain. Thank you. Yeah, but that's not why. I just feel like Andor Season 2 is not really going to represent what we loved about Andor Season 1. So I know it's Episode 2. We'll still see, like I've said. I certainly hope it picks up or like it's better. But Episode 8's highly rated. I'm not digging the fact that they toned down the K2SO story because he's like one of the most hilarious characters in Star Wars of all time. So
it's like Ariel Kleiman. Like, do we need more cuts of the actors? And she's like, no, more grain, more grain.
Focus in on the grain.
Focus on the grain. Zoom in on the grain. More grain.
Focus on the weird bugs we just made up and land on the grain.
And mic drop and more grain.
More grain.
Cut the grain. Cut the grain.
Cut the grain. What are you doing?
So okay. In a side note, this is just a weird thought. It might get better. Andor Season 3 was directed by Season 2 was directed by 3 different directors.
Yeah.
Ariel Kleiman did 1 through 6. Janis Metz did 7 through 9. And Alonso, I'm going to butcher your name. Alonso Ruiz Palacios?
I think it's pronounced Rutabaga.
I think it's Ruiz Palacios. But anyway, so it might get better depending on who did it. You know, that seems like such a weird way to do it. Wait, the first one was also that, and they were 3 different directors.
Really? The same 3?
No, it was 3 different directors. It was Toby Haynes, Susanna White, and Benjamin Caron.
I think Benjamin's were the best, honestly. Whoever did the episodes in the concentration camp, they did an excellent job.
7, 11, and 12 were Caron.
Okay.
And then Toby Haynes directed the first 3 episodes. He did 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. Susanna White did 4, 5, and 6. And then Caron did 7, 11, and 12.
Okay, so maybe it was the woman. She did super good. Her episodes were great. I think hers were about the concentration camp. But those were great episodes.
Either way, I don't know what you're doing with multiple directors, Disney. Yeah. That's a little weird.
It's some writer's passion project, so he had a bunch of different people. But Andor better shape up. So, Jermaine, what's your media review?
Okay, I wanted to talk for a quick second and see if we could kind of like just bang out a list to help people understand what we mean when we rank things by like a number out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And so I figured that maybe like we could just take a quick moment and just kind of like bang out like because the goal of this podcast has actually always been to kind of try and review media and just share our opinions on like thoughts and movies and books and what have you.
Yeah.
In a humorous and like lighthearted way that people can like understand what is in a book maybe or a movie before they watch it, or just kind of understand like how we thought about it. So look, if you've got kids listening to the podcast, maybe shut it off or skip forward a little bit because so the biggest concerns I think that I have with movies are violence, language, and sexual content.
Those are the top 3.
Those are the big 3.
Oh, what about substance use? Like, there's tobacco in Little House? I can't take it. They rate like the episodes PG-13 because Pa smokes a pipe. He smokes a flipping pipe. I'm sorry, I can't say the one F, which is not the bad one, but like half as good. Like, I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways, he smokes like a stinking pipe, and like they're like that's as bad as like all those other 3 things that you mentioned. Like, not even close.
Yeah. Okay, so I think basically if I rank, and this is the family friendly rating that we do. So
yeah.
we kind of try and rate things. We want to try and rate things on this podcast by like story and production, and then family friendly. So story and production rating is like how well did they tell how good was the story and how well did they tell it. So like a 10 out of 10 is like there was incredible animation or incredible sets, and they told a really good story that had me just fascinated.
Yeah.
And so it's like that grade is like 50% story, 50% production and design. Is kind of how that one goes. So maybe we could even split that one into like 2 5-star reviews, maybe. But then I think the family friendly scale I think is a 1 out of 10, which is just kind of like our rating of like how clean to how much stuff might you need to filter out of a movie. And so I'm thinking what it probably means is like a 1 out of 10 stars, like probably means that it has all three. It has all three elements to an extreme degree.
Okay.
So that means it has, violence, it has swear words, and then it has inappropriate content for kids. So that's like the lowest possible rating. That means like you probably should not be watching this movie with kids. You should probably even be asking yourself like, do I want to be watching this movie? And obviously 10 out of 10 is going to be like clean, like no, like very minimal violence, minimal swearing, or like minimal to no swearing, and then like minimal to no inappropriate content, which includes obviously both crass jokes and like visual elements as well. So now I'm just trying to think of like how do we want to put things in the middle. I feel like violence is probably like the least of the three, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, violence is, get over it. Violence is in real life. There's obvious violence in all the Bible stories, so you have to learn to get over that kind of stuff if you want to tell that. So violence is the least bad of those three. Yeah,
so it's kind of like violence is so like say maybe around like a 3 or what would this be? This would be like an 8. Yeah, sorry. So probably like around an 8 probably means that there's either like light violence, like probably means that there's some violence and some swearing. I feel like if there's any like probably like light inappropriate content, like a few jokes, or maybe they're like jokes that like kind of like some of the Mater jokes that are like an adult would be able to maybe chuckle at them and like pass over them without letting them fill their minds with garbage. But like also kids could miss it.
Yeah.
And then like maybe we'll just kind of like rate it like 1 to 10 on a scale of cleanness, and then just kind of mention like what are the elements in it. That's probably easier than trying to nail it out. So basically, just so that way we you guys know for future reference, on this show we're gonna try and rank things by 2 criteria, being story and production value, and then cleanness, and we'll just try and mention very quickly if there's anything like in the movie to be cautious of.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I'm going to talk about a movie that came out, I believe, in the 1980s at some point.
Children, skip forward about, let's say, how long do you need to talk about it?
I can wrap it up in 5 minutes.
Okay,
I'm sure.
5 minutes then. Skip forward 5 minutes.
It is, I'm going to talk about the movie Spaceballs. It was rated PG in the 1980s, believe it or not, and they got away with a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Spaceballs is a spoof of Star Wars.
It's Lord and Wizard of Oz.
And the Wizard of Oz. And so it's just kind of like, it takes elements of that and just is a humorous parody of them. It is a Mel Brooks movie.
Yes, and, not Mel Gibson.
Yes, no. So let's see here. Story and production value. I am pretty impressed by the special effects. I just watched this movie with my buddy
Silas. He's been on the podcast.
Shout out Silas. Well, I just don't know if the listeners need to hear that. They don't really need to hear about they don't need to hear about everything that me and Silas do. It's like, yeah, I watched a movie with Silas.
Well, Silas has been on the podcast, so it's fine.
Okay, well, shout out to him. Go check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah, Megamonius. Link in the description.
More Thunder content. I hope he doesn't say anything bad on his.
No,
I'm sure he doesn't. It's just him alone in the room. What could go wrong? Anyway, sorry. I need to stay on focus. So it's kind of a spoof. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with the graphics. They're a little bit old. You can kind of see some of the things. Like one of the if you look hard enough, like one of the ships is supposed to be like hovering. You can kind of see that there's a stand that it's on, and there's like a almost like a curtain draped, so you can see sand, quote unquote, but it's just like a picture in front of these stands.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So some of the effects are kind of old. So that's like a 4 probably, but it's still really impressive visual effects and kind of storytelling stuff. And then the story that they told was just goofy and ridiculous. So I mean, due to the fact that I don't know how to rank a comedy movie. I'm gonna put it at like a 4. So combined like an 8.5 for story and production value, because it was just kind of, it was an okay story. And then for the family friendly factor, and again, a lot of this depends on where you are in your walk, like with the Lord. It's like, can you take a joke and chuckle about it and then not like let your mind dwell on it and it be everything that you think about? Like, can you laugh at stuff and move on? And a lot of the humor in this movie is a lot of quick hit, like, let's comb the desert. And they have giant plastic combs and they're literally combing the desert.
Yeah.
There is some inappropriate content. Violence is minimal, and there's at least 3.
Swearing, yeah.
There's at least 3 incidents where
you're counting each individual one and marking down your clipboard.
Yeah. Well, like,
yeah, more like that.
I'm pillaging these guys, not villagering them. So, yeah, it falls probably 5 to 4.5.
Okay.
So there are definitely some jokes. I know we watched it with our sisters who are younger, and like Dad said when we watched it, he was like, there's some stuff in this, but I can't get the clear play to work. And so, like...
the story would be pretty much unrecognizable without it. So, you didn't do
that. But yeah, I think a lot of it can go over kids' heads as long as you haven't trained them to swear and what have you. But so, yeah, it's probably floating around 5 for family friendliness factor. I still think that there's humor to be gleaned from it as long as you don't dwell on it all day long and that's all you live for.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give it a 5 out of family friendly / innocence factor, and I give it an 8.5 for story and production value.
5 is pretty high for that. I think you might be forgetting a few things if you think it is a 5.
I'm
for swearing and stuff.
It could be high.
Unless you're saying that the violence and swearing is medianing it out.
The violence is almost non-existent.
There's no violence.
There's no violence.
There's swearing that they say is like not that bad.
Their swearing is, I guess there's
darn.
There's moderate. It's like moderate swearing. It's not in
like
everything.
You'd see in like a Home Alone movie or something.
Yeah, it's moderate. It's more sprinkled in, and then the inappropriate jokes are like inappropriateness factor is like 7 out of 10. So I guess it's probably more of like a 3 to 5. But anyway, I still think it's a pretty funny movie to watch from time to time. Just know about that. There's some inappropriate content and there's some swearing, so just be aware of that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my rating of that. I'm just trying to I really want to just like be able to rate things in a way that helps people understand what they're walking into.
Yeah.
I almost want to go like full plugged in movie review of like, here's what happens, just because for me when I'm watching,
the story is charming, it does have its F-bombs and or whatever.
Right. Because like for me personally, whenever I'm thinking about watching a movie, I always want to know like what's the worst thing in it, so I know if I can move past that.
That's why I hate watching new movies, because I'm like, there's probably gonna be something in here that's annoying. I hate love triangles. I hate the stories about having a new baby sister or whatever, or baby brother. I hate those stories. And so if there's something cringe or annoying, and I want to know ahead of time, so I can be like, cool, I'm not watching this movie.
But again, like in this movie, a lot of it is very like jokeified. Like, it's none of it is to a serious level. It's kept very light-hearted. And so that's one of the things I like about Spaceballs is there are other movies that are like, they dip into inappropriate things, but they don't do it in a light-hearted way, and it is, like, more noticeable, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, that was why I had it a little higher earlier. So, I think you can move past it, laugh at the jokes, and laugh at the memes. So, anyway, we'll see. I might maybe need to make my own, potentially, whatever segment that comes out later to talk more fully about movies.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see, because we also try and keep it lighthearted and family-friendly for this podcast. Just want to give you guys a heads up on what you could be walking into. But yeah, think about it, but I think it's still worth a watch. There are other movies. Maybe that's what we should say at the end. Like, all this being said, is it still worth a watch? I say yes.
Yes, but you can't show everything to children.
Yes. So be cautious.
There's things that are meant to be viewed by adults and not children.
That's why I think.
Shocker.
I think we should put it at a 4.
Yeah.
4 out of 10, and anything below a 5, I wouldn't show to kids. So
definitely. All right. So for the rest of the media review today, we have a few brief things to go over. I just want to quick mention, Child of God 2 came out. So that's Forrest Frank's new album. He's been previewing some of the songs. So I was disappointed. Matthew enjoyed it. I didn't like the way that it was way too lo-fi for me. Like, he didn't, like, Forrest didn't really dip into as much more hardcore stuff as I would have liked him to, like Heaven on This Earth style. But Matthew was saying that he did have a few bangers on there, like Amen. So I'm just going to speak for Matthew. This is Matthew's opinion. There are still lots of good songs to enjoy on there, and it's not all... It's like Forrest is like his top artist right now. For me, I'm like, I kind of wished something different had come out of it, but I can't judge too hard, I guess, if people are liking it and if he's relating to the kids and all that good stuff.
Says the 17-year-old.
Yeah. So a couple days ago was New Music Friday. I had like 3 songs come out. None of them were like half as good as stuff we've seen before, but still got a few good songs. Rain on Me by Hulvey came out, pretty good. Anything Schema Boy does is great. So he had a new song, Counterfeit, is great. He did it with the guy he did Jesus with. KJ Twin, I think his name is.
Okay.
So yeah, he did another collaboration. And then Take by Mike Melodies, but it autocorrects to Melodies for some reason. That's an actual word.
Mike
Melodies. Mike Injuries, yep. And I do like this song Take by Mike Melodies. He's been having a dry spell of creativity, so I'm glad that he's becoming creative again in his music, so that's enjoyable to see. All right, so that's all for that. Are you ready to move on to our draft today?
Let's draft it.
We were going to do this with Matthew, but we decided to just go ahead and do it because we don't want to have to pick a different draft topic. We're going to be drafting the best fruit candies.
Sure.
And we're going to keep it shorter. We're not going to draft every single thing. We're going to have to make sure we focus on getting the powerhouse items that we need for our teams.
Should we like ghost draft for Matthew?
Pick all the bad ones for him.
Ghost draft a team for Matthew?
No, let's just be nice to him.
Yeah.
For once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he would still get votes.
Because, I mean, he needs to spend some time with his girlfriend. It's important. It's an important time for them to get together.
Why do we always go to girlfriend? Like, we gotta think of some better things to throw. I mean, that's fair. But, I mean, we should throw some other things on him. Like, I mean, like, I know it's hard on you guys that Matthew can't be here, but he does have to work really hard. I mean, he's trying to get out of his gambling debt.
Yeah.
Like, at least he's trying.
At least he's working towards it.
He's breaking out, you know, at least that's what he told us. He said he was going to go to the casino to try and pay off his debts. We're trusting him, and
all right. So who's gonna draft first for this one?
I'll give it to you. You can
give it to me. All right. I'm not sure 101 is exactly the greatest place to be. It's nice now. It's nice that we have 2 people that really know what they're talking about, and not 2 people that know what they're talking about and one that doesn't. Right?
I know.
Kidding.
And I mean, I don't know who doesn't know what they're talking about, but I mean, you know what you're talking about.
And you know what you're talking about.
So if Christopher knows and Jeremiah knows, and I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know. But you know what I know? I know that one of the best fruit candies of all time, fruit candies. I am drafting Skittles.
Skittles. It's powerful.
It's very powerful pick.
Which is the best one?
I'm
giving you the whole family, but you're taking the whole family. But
honestly, I used to like the tropical, but now I think it's a bit gross. I gotta say the purple ones are the best.
That's a very popular opinion. I'm a tropical man, all the way. Tropical all the way. But tropical. I know that people do be liking that.
Yeah, Skittles, they're so, you can just pop on in your mouth. They're like the M&Ms of the fruit candy world. So they're so good. They're great.
They're like a fruit candy version of a chocolate candy.
Yeah. They're like, yeah. What did I say about Journey to the Center of the Earth?
It's a bit conventional. It's a bit conventional. It's popular.
Oh, speaking of brain fart moments I never mentioned, I didn't know until like a couple weeks ago that Shakira isn't black. Shakira's white. And I had no idea about this. I swore I saw somewhere that she was black or something.
Is she the lady that sings the song at the end of Zootopia?
And in the middle, yeah. It's kind of weird. They play that song twice in the movie. It's weird. That breaks the law of Hollywood. It's a double mumbo jumbo, as they say. It's not. That's not. That's when you have two different kinds of magic in your movie. Anyway, Shakira's white, and that surprised me. I'm like, how does she get away with that? How does she get away with her terrible voice if she's white?
Whoa! What is happening here?
Actual racism is happening. All right.
He is not racist. Oh my goodness, he just really sounds like it.
I really sound like it. Yeah. All right. What's your first pick?
I could be taking so much more popular candies, but I have to draft with my heart, and I'm just choosing to draft my heart. I'm starting out with Trolli gummy worms.
Yeah.
The Trolli family.
Honestly, we have a video of you unwrapping them. It's one of our most popular. It
is.
As of this moment, it's our fourth most popular video.
It was the first one to pop off, though.
It was the first one to go viral.
It was the first one to really go up there. And while there may be other big candies, I will let you have them because I'm taking Nerds. I love Nerds.
I'm going to be 100% honest. Nerds is going to be my next pick.
They're such a I can never have enough
clusters,
of them.
The gummy clusters are so good.
Have you ever had just the plain box, though?
Yes.
And you just dump that thing into your mouth?
in your mouth,
and you're just, oh my goodness, I can
feel the bottom of my tongue watering.
I know, and I'm like, I've got it there, and I'm just picturing that little crunch of those tiny little, it's so satisfying. It's such a good one.
Yes, Nerds. All right, so
Great.
You put me in a bad position.
That one. Wait, hold on.
Because the two that you have drafted so far, any other pick that I'm going to make is going to be disingenuous to my love for the two things that you picked. Trolli gummy worms and Nerds.
Just vote for me. It's okay.
Because
Haribo gummy bears.
Oh, gross. They're like little rubber rocks. Like, they're so hard.
When they get hard. And when they're like beef jerky times 1,000, because they're like
you can chew them 10 times, take them out. It's exactly the same as when you took them out of the package.
Form.
And what is it with the dumb little packages? They're like gold and they're like made out of. They can't be good for the environment. They're like made out of sheet metal.
And you can't open them when you try and like open them. They don't open like a chip bag. They don't rip open.
They rip it like straight down like the center or whatever.
And
it's like trying to open sheet metal. Yeah,
it's not okay.
Anyway. I feel like if I take what I really like, I'm tanking my draft. Because I want to take Jolly Ranchers, but I know people hate those.
Are you taking Jolly Ranchers?
Yes, I am.
Good for you.
Yeah, I know your molars are toast. Your molars are done, but if they stick so well, but the flavors are so good. I mean, Jolly Ranchers for me are the taste of the 4th of July. They're the taste of independence of our nation, because if you've ever been to a parade, those things are getting flung. I tell you, 100%. Shoot, I have another pick.
You do have another pick.
I was ready to just be done.
Please do not take. There is one that I would like to see come back to me because it is good. It is tasty. I'm
going to be taking this one. I'm going to be taking Sour Patch Kids.
There's the one.
Yes, all right. Phew. I forgot that was on there. Maybe I should not have given up my draft so soon. But
yeah, I mean, look, there are so many good fruit candies. We are like... We're really denigrating them by the way that we're kind of talking right now.
There's a lot of overrated ones that are good, but they're overrated. You have 2 picks left, and I feel like there's one that if you take it, it's totally disingenuous because it's so overrated. Like to a religious extent, it's overrated. So.
Well, thank you for putting me in this position to draft things that will Swedish Fish.
Wait, you're taking Swedish Fish? Oh,
yeah.
That was good. That was going to be my next one 100%. Swedish Fish are so good.
Swedish Fish are delightful. I like them. I feel like my love for them is waning.
I feel like every time you eat another one, you realize how much you love them. Like right now, you don't realize how much you love them till you put one in your mouth, and you feel like the creaminess of it is so good.
Yes, they do have a pretty good texture.
Mm-hmm.
We're only doing 4 rounds?
I think we should do 5. 5 is good, but not 6.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try and sneak this pick around back to me, and I'll take Starburst right now.
Starburst was one of the ones that I thought was like, if I take it, it's not really because I love it. It's because I would want to win.
Okay, here's, for the record, the people who say that the orange and yellow ones are garbage, respectfully.
You're garbage.
Respectfully, I don't like you.
They're like the Tootsie Rolls of fruit candy. While there are Fruitsy Rolls, those will not go undrafted because they're just Tootsie Roll trying to make people realize they still exist.
Now granted, the yellow ones, those are garbage.
Yeah.
Objectively, trash.
Well,
I give those to Silas.
The thing is, the flavor of them, there's no indistinguishable flavor from one to the other. Like I can't taste flavor on them.
Okay, that's bad, and I'm glad that I took it.
Yeah, because I can't. They're like all like the texture overwhelms any flavor that they have, which the texture's fine, but.
The best ones, and this makes me a little bit sad, you can only get the best ones. You can't buy the best ones together because the best ones are the orange one and the dark red one, which I believe is Fruit Punch. Orange and Fruit Punch. But you can only get the dark red ones in the Favoreds packs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
those have the pink and the reds,
the pink and the reds as well, which are not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. But no, one of my two are first Fruit Punch, which is dark red, then orange.
Okay. So for my next pick, I'm going to start out... I just have to lock in Warheads because I know that's not coming back to me.
Oh, okay.
Anything the Warheads makes, because they just... It's always coated in sugar and it's always good. And like the dipping sticks make my mouth water. I don't know, even if it's just because they're sour, not because they're good. This makes my mouth water. Anyway, that means...
Hold on.
What?
We need to talk about something.
What?
I need to research this and see if this is real. Arizona makes fruit snacks? Arizona tea.
Huh, weird. So does Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, because Arnold, so they make like, hold on. I have to see if this is real.
Are you going to draft this?
Hold on. If this is real, this is insane. Okay, Arizona, you are getting...
added to cart.
you are getting a shout out right now. They have a 12-count fruit snack variety for $24. These are a little expensive per bag. They're about $2 per bag. But they have the sour fruit snacks, the Arizona green tea, just the regular green tea fruit snacks. They have Arnold Palmer fruit snacks. And then this looks like a mixed berry, like their mixed berry juice. So our affiliate code is in the link in the description. No, I'm just kidding. Nice. But Arizona, if you're out there, please, and maybe you could post this on Twitter. Just post this little clip of me saying this and tag Arizona.
Arizona, sponsor us?
Yes, tag. Arizona, please. We will sponsor your product. I love your tea. Your tea is really good.
We have a friend that will sell out for you.
Your juice is really good. Yes, we will advertise your product. Like, no cap. We will advertise your product.
Oh, yeah.
And if you give us money...
I will instantly start drinking it.
Yes, I will buy more of your product if you sponsor us.
Can I say that I had one that wasn't good? No.
Not right now. Not right now. Okay. Not while I'm trying to get them to sponsor us.
Okay, yeah.
Arizona, please sponsor us. We will shout you out.
And I'll instantly think that the one up in my room that's half drunk and has been for like the past 5 weeks is good.
It is, yes, it's good. If you sponsor us, every product that you make is incredible.
Yes, any companies sponsor us, please.
Objective fact. But Arizona, specifically, dream sponsorship right there.
All right, so for my last pick, I'm going to say my list is toast because I do not have anything left.
There's just one that I hope you don't stumble onto.
There's one that...
No! How did I forget? Okay, I'm in torment.
Okay.
I am in torment now.
There's one left that I know is super overrated, but I'm going to be taking this one because, I don't know also to preface this, but spring up oh well, and I'm going to take it.
What?
Gush. I'm taking Gushers.
It's like camp song reference.
Gushers are still good. They just gush in your mouth. That's I just took it because I have nothing left, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, fruit snacks are such a disingenuous pick, so I'm not even going to take them. What's your last pick?
My last two, the one that I wanted made it back to me, and that's Mike and Ike's. But now I'm struggling because I remembered that Smarties is also
I forgot about
technically
Smarties.
a fruit candy.
So you're going to take Smarties or Mike and Ike's?
This is my debate. I could house Smarties, dude. I one time I love to buy the 5-pound bag of Smarties.
Yeah.
And just house entire little sleeves at a time.
My draft is toast if you take Smarties. I'm just gonna say that right now because
Mike and Ike's are so good.
But they turn people off.
But they're so good.
As a brand, they turn people off.
Can that be the last pick? I'll take Smarties.
Take Smarties.
And then can we put Mike and Ike's as like a third option?
No.
Like your team versus my team versus
no, because
Mike
every
and
time I
Ike's.
do that, I get 0, you get 1, and that gets everything else. So no, I'm not doing that because all of y'all are losers if I ever put a third poll option. So.
Okay, everyone, please comment below for the third option. Comment that we want the third option in future polls. We want that. We want Christopher to be able to lose to an undrafted team to the waiver wires.
Any waiver wire picks then?
Smarties.
No, you pick Smarties.
Okay, Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's.
I don't. Where am I? What are we doing right now?
Mike and Ike's. I'm going to mention these, and then the last I'm going to mention the overrated ones. So I have Fruit by the Foot and Fruit Snacks. Those are obviously disingenuous. They're just fruit snacks. They're not fruit candies. And then one that should be a fruit snack that is so overrated and people get all the time. Airheads are so gross.
Airheads are good. I like the mystery ones
They're
where they
so overrated. Everyone's like, "Oh, Airheads, you gotta eat the Airheads, man. The Airheads, what are the rainbow strip things? The bacon looking deals? What are those things?"
let me put it this way. I wouldn't ask Airheads to sponsor us, but they're pretty good.
They're fine.
I would sponsor them still. I wouldn't. Not
you just don't want to turn down sponsorships.
I don't want to turn down sponsorships, but no, Airheads aren't the greatest. I like the mystery ones where they try and convince you that it's a mystery flavor, but it's really just all the old flavors just mixed together.
I like how they think there's a mystery flavor, like they're different flavors from like package to package. Ooh.
But no, like what they do to make the mystery flavor, and they do this for mystery suckers too. They literally just take the bottom of the batch. They just take the bottom of like 5 different batches, mix it together, and make that as one.
That's
so it's like
such a genuine product.
It's like what flavor is it? Is it the fruit punch? Is it the blue raspberry? It's just all the flavors.
It's all the same.
It's all the flavors.
Don't buy it, kids.
Don't buy it, but Arizona green tea. Shout out right now. You can get 10% off your order if you buy. I don't know.
If you use promo code NotYourEchoChamberPodcast at checkout.
NEC promo code NEC at Arizona.com. Shout out. If you email the people at Arizona, they might sponsor us.
Yes, spam Arizona with emails to sponsor our podcast.
Yes,
we'll do it.
Please do. If Arizona, if you're out there, you will never find some more dedicated people.
Yeah. So, yes, thanks for listening to the podcast this week, guys. I'm going to release a video. Matthew actually got his birthday present. That was going to be my weekly update that I forgot to mention. Matthew got his birthday present, and the video of him unwrapping is coming out today at 6:45 a.m., so it's probably already out by the time you listen to this. But check out our YouTube channel, Matthew unwrapping his present. It's really good.
It's a fun one.
It's a fun video. Yeah, I actually edited it and added effects and sound effects and stuff, so it's hilarious. So definitely check that out. And Jeremiah unwrapping his present that he just did will come out later. And it's merchandise that actually has our logo on it, so definitely go check it out.
It's pretty cool.
So thanks for listening today, and doesn't matter if Arizona turns down our sponsorship, because you know why?
It's
not your echo chamber. That was our best one ever.
That was because we tried.
Yeah.